are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, X, wherever you're watching this. Welcome to another NFL video. This is for week 15 for my FanDuel plays. And before we even get into the video, y'all know I have to read this disclaimer. Disclaimer, these NFL week 15 FanDuel picks are for entertainment and informational purposes only and reflect my personal opinions. They are not gambling or financial advice. Please check that daily fantasy sports or sports wagering is legal where you live and play responsibly. Only risk what you can afford to lose. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org for support. A few things. This is for FanDuel, so it's going with FanDuel pricing. I did number 2. A lot of pros know these plays. It really just depends on your lineup construction, especially in cash games. It'll be a 2v2 or 3v3 in most cash game situations, but since this is a bigger slate, it may be a little bit more spread out than that, but still the top players in the world know what the best condensed cash plays are. For quarterbacks cash, Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy, CJ Stroud. For GVPs, Matthew Stafford, Jackson Dart, Lamar Jackson, Marcus Mariota. For running backs cash, Christian McCaffrey, Woody Marks, Derrick Henry. For GPPs, Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, RJ Harvey. For a wide receiver, you see where I have cash in both. It's because it really just depends on your roster construction. Because if you look at GPPs, JSN technically you can use him as a cash play, but since he's so expensive for my roster construction and my projections, I'm considering him more of a GPP play. So y'all just keep that in mind when you see cash in both. So the both is referring to they can be a GPP play as well. So in the cash in both section, we have Puka Nacua, Jamar Chase, Wendell Robinson, Brian Thomas Jr., Ted McMillan. For GVPs, Jameson Williams, JSN, Michael Wilson, Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jacoby Myers, Mitch Tinsley. For tight ends, cash, Harold Fannin, George Kittle, Theo Johnson. For GPPs, Mark Andrews, Trey McBride, Britton Strange. And y'all, once again, remember, this is just according to FanDuel pricing and my own roster construction. I'm not the best player in the world, but as you can see from my results, right now I am 10-4 for the season, so I'm pretty good at DFS, especially on FanDuel, so I'm not the best player in the world. I'm just giving you how I'm viewing this slate and my top plays. Now, y'all, let's get into the picks, but keep in mind, y'all, for these picks, I do not put any money on these picks. I just give y'all my thoughts of who I think is going to win the game. All right. Now, first off, Thursday I was surprised that Tampa Bay lost. And remember last week I talked about how Tampa Bay just lose games. They're supposed to win. That was another one. And now the Panthers are number 1 in that division. Now, for Cleveland versus Chicago, I got the Bears. Ravens versus Cincinnati, I got the Ravens. The Chiefs versus the Chargers, it's going to be tough. I'm going to take the Chiefs, though. I still believe in Patrick. Now, for the Bills versus my Patriots, even though they have Buffalo favorite, I'm going to pick New England again. Because remember earlier in the season when they faced off against each other, but in Buffalo was favorite and we won. So I like the way our team is performing. I'm going to go with us. Now, the Commanders versus the Giants. I got the Giants. Remember, Jaden Daniels has been ruled out. Now, for the Raiders versus the Eagles, I got the Eagles. The Jags versus the Jets, I got the Jags. Texans versus the Cardinals, I got the Texans. Denver versus Green Bay. I know they're saying Green Bay to win, but I'm going to go with Denver. I'm going to go with Denver on that one. The Rams versus the Lions, I'm going to take the Rams. The Panthers versus the Saints, I'm going to take the Panthers. 49ers versus Tennessee, take the 49ers. The Seahawks versus the Colts, I'm going to take the Seahawks. Dallas versus Vikings, I'm going to take Dallas. Now, Pittsburgh versus Miami, I'm going to take Pittsburgh. And y'all, those are my picks for week 15. And if you are going to play week 15, good luck to all of you. And if you want sneaker reviews, sports reviews, police body cam reviews, any type of video reactions, morning motivation, workout motivation, any video you could think of, subscribe to Channel Adrian TV, and I will see y'all in the next video.